वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. A beautiful old book, but the new edition is many more chapters are added to it. The book is called Reminiscences of Swami Vivekananda. So something in the line of what we are discussing here. So there was a disciple of Swami Vivekananda, though she considered herself as friend of Swamiji, not disciple. Miss MacLeod, Josephine MacLeod. So she writes in her letters and memoirs one of the thought which Swamiji would have told to them. So that is quite important for us. Don't fight your faults. Fill yourself with something else. Then they will drop off, not be nourished. This is the line. You know, spiritual life is all about how much you are able to introspect. Introspect means to find one's own faults, to find one's own shortcomings. Because those shortcomings are something which pulls us back, which doesn't allow us to progress. Many things are important in the whole process of spiritual progress. Subject-wise, those are the aspects of our spiritual life. Then all these scripturals and other teachings, you can put it there accordingly, on which stage your spiritual life or spiritual process is being part of, or which you are going through. As it is important to have the clarity of our goal, not leading religious life just for the sake of religious life. What you want to achieve, let it be small. We read about many things in scriptures are very high ideal. Most of us, or rather all of us in a way, we do not have capacity to reach that high state because it comes after a lot of practices. So, you are what you can introspect. If you cannot introspect, you cannot progress because you do not know what is holding you back. You do not know what could be helpful to you. So it is always necessary to introspect. Two words are there. One is self-introspection, and another is self-assessment. You know, in the offices where you work, they give you to do the assessment of yourself, and then they will correct you, and then they avoid you accordingly. So this assessment is required. What you are, out of egoistically, you will think anything. I remember some of the examples. When we give our staff to do the self-evaluation, and you are supposed to give points to yourself. 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is the minimum, 5 is the maximum. So I saw one staff gave herself 5 out of 5 in every aspect. So in one-to-one interview I told, no doubt you are very good, but keep some scope of improvement. If you say yourself that I am 100 out of 100, then there is no scope of improvement. And that's not humility. So you do reassessment. And don't just put somewhere 4 and somewhere 3 and all that. Don't just think about it. Think about it. So here is the idea that we need to do self-assessment. When you read the books that Sri Ramakrishna used to be in Samadhi, so you say, I also will have that. I remember long before, one gentleman told me that, I was very young. Sri Ramakrishna says, when the mind becomes pure, your mind itself will become your guru. So he takes that my mind is pure and my mind is my guru. This is the deception of the mind. That your so much self-importance is so much that you think you are very great. It's always good to be in a low profile. Telling that I'm still a student, I'm still a learner. So, this assessment is required. And that's why your immediate goal of life, immediate goal, could be goal-oriented, could be process-oriented. Generally, in Hinduism there are practices which I believe could be the same in most of the religions. And that is giving or selecting or having an immediate goal, not the ultimate goal. And that immediate goal can be very simple. Can be little higher or little more than what you are. If I am here, and if my immediate goal is so high that I cannot reach, Swami Vivekananda very clearly mentions, your goal should not be so high that you cannot reach, and your goal should not be so low that you don't need to put any effort. If you are getting up at 7 o'clock every day in the morning, you can do it. I will try from tomorrow to wake up at 6:45. Because I will wake up at 2 o'clock in the early morning and do meditation. You will fail. So your immediate goal should be achievable. These are all told in the modern management systems also. Sometimes the new boss will come and he will give a very high idea to the staff. Hey, make my company this big. So you have to be practical. You don't give a impossible ideal or impossible goal to your staff. But don't give so low they don't need to put any effort. So your immediate goal has to be achievable. Achievable with effort. You need to put effort. Maybe you have to put significant effort. But it should be that much that you can put your effort. Suddenly you say, I want to carry the weight of 100 kilo. Suddenly you cannot do it. But if you are ready to, or you are able to carry 20 kilo, try for 25 kilo. Though when it goes higher, it comes in grams. If you see the Olympics, I was taking 140 kilo, now 140 and 500 grams more. There, the small is quite big. So, in spiritual life, our process-oriented immediate goal should be achievable, but should be a little difficult to achieve. Not that it is easily achievable. If you are repeating a mantra morning and evening, maybe 100, 200 times, you say, okay, from tomorrow I will do it 300 times. Generally it is 108 multiplications. So you can say, instead of doing 108 once, twice, I will do 3 times, achievable. But if you say, I am doing now 108 2 times, from tomorrow I will do it 10 times, maybe you will not succeed. And if you do not succeed, you feel depressed that I could not succeed. That's why if the target is achievable, it also helps you to build up your enthusiasm. In spiritual life also it is the same. Reading, for example, we have discussed it earlier in different platforms, you would have heard. It is called Purascharana. I referred to 3 classes before also. Pura means to complete. Charana means step. To complete the steps. Or to complete that goal. You decide it and you complete it. Generally from the standpoint of studying the scripture and doing japa meditation, people have this Purascharana. That I will do 1000 japa today because I have time. Today is a holiday, I am alone, or I have much time. And you do it. And when you complete it, you are happy that yes, I completed what I had decided. That makes you to do more. That is what is important to do. I remember complete works of Swami Vivekananda. Now we have 9 volumes. So there was a time when I had read it here and there, but I didn't read all the 9 volumes. So I decided to read it. All the 9 volumes put together, there are about 5,000 plus pages. How many pages I will be able to read every day? 10, 15, 20? If it is 20, then it is going to take 250 days for me to complete these 9 volumes. So you decide how much you will read. In general, if you nicely read, in 1 hour, anybody can read easily 10 to 12 pages minimum. Anybody can read. Thinking that you decide, if I read 10 pages, it is going to take 500 days. But you say, no, all the 9 volumes I want to read within 1 year. So, total number of pages divided by 365. And then you come to a number. You know why I am telling this? I don't know, some of you may be habituated to do that. There is another word, we call it Parayana. Parayana is a regular reading. And when you regularly read, say Ramayana or Bhagavad Gita or something, Bhagavad Gita you don't find because it is concise already, 700 pages, 700 shlokas, verses. But the big books, they read the whole book in 9 days, Navana Parayana. Some people do it in 1 month. So in the book itself is printed. First day, second day, third day, fourth day. So in between you get to say, oh, today is my first day I read it. I read completed it. So this Parayana and Purascharana, these two are the systems, formulas to do the spiritual practice. It helps to fix an immediate goal. And if you don't have immediate goal, you will think your spiritual life goes according to your mood. No, today I am not feeling like doing it. No. It is not feeling like doing or not doing. First you do it forcefully. Nobody takes medicine with so much wish or desecado. Oh, I am going to take medicine. Nobody feels. People take medicine unhappily. Nobody takes medicine happily in that way. Initially, even the name of God, people take like medicine because you are not getting any interest in that. But still, people take medicine very regularly as it is prescribed. So Guru prescribes morning and evening you must do this one japa, or repetition of the mantra. And people do it like medicine. But when the same you take like delicacy, medicine is not a delicacy. If you are supposed to take 2 tablets, you don't know to take 4 tablets. No. You take 2 tablets only. Nobody takes more than that. But when it is a delicacy, you will say, I like it, so I will take 1 more spoon. In the same way, the same name of God, same meditation practices, when it becomes like a delicacy to you, which gives you happiness, when it gives you happiness, you do it more. When you are happy, you do it more. Our Swami Brahmananda used to say, Sri Ramakrishna's disciple, see, you go somewhere, outing, vacation, you go to a seashore, you go to a mountain top, you go to a place where is a beautiful scenery is there, natural, somewhere rivers, somewhere mountains, somewhere jungles, whatever is there. When you feel very happy about that, sit down for a while. Generally people go, mind is more restless, correct? When people go for vacation, even people go for pilgrimage, mind is more restless in pilgrimage than what you are at home. It doesn't serve the purpose. So when your mind is calm, take advantage of that and do little spiritual practice, whichever way you are doing. Nowadays, this meditation word has become very common. Oh, I told children to meditate. I don't know, nobody told us how to meditate. If I'm 10 years old, what do I understand of meditation? I close my eyes and sit. So you need to practice and learn out of it. Many times people say that, why don't you teach meditation? Somehow in our order we don't have such practice. Guided meditation, some Swamis do it. But meditation has to happen. Meditation is not done. Meditation has to happen. All the great things are happening. People don't do it. Do you think that Isaac Newton would have gone in the garden, or today I am going to find out what is law of gravitation? He doesn't do that. It just happens. All invention and discoveries have happened. Of course they were trying in their own way, but they just happen, nobody can plan. In the same way, meditation is a state of mind. It happens that you become concentrated. You try, but you may not. But when there is a favorable situation inside your mind and outside, somehow you feel happy in doing that. concentration becomes spontaneous. That happiness also comes spontaneous. Meditation, I always give example. Meditation is like love. You do not say, okay, let me love this person. No, nobody goes and tries to love someone. Love happens. Spontaneously happens. Need not be in terms of what generally people use the word love for. No need to be always the romantic way of loving. Any kind of liking, it becomes spontaneous, becomes natural. So, the clarity of goal, then taking immediate goals which are part of my ultimate goal. Immediate goal can be many. Today I have an immediate goal, once I reach, next immediate goal will be a little higher. And slowly you progress like that. Ultimate goal could be very far. But it's okay. You go little by little. One step by step. So, just like we should have clarity of goal, in the same way, we all are human beings. We have many faults, we have many shortcomings. We may have done so many mistakes also. Enthusiastically do something and then understand it was a mistake. That's so good. But whichever way, we should not highlight, we should not underline our shortcomings. We should not always keep on remembering our shortcomings. Yes, it is good to know. Then take the higher idea, holding on to it, pursuing that. Swami says that when you start thinking of something higher, don't keep on feeling that lower ideas. Slowly it will die out. Slowly it will lose its grip on you. So idea is this, that people hold on to their faults. I do not know why did I do that. I cannot undo it. I'm not good. I'm a sinner. Keep on scolding ourselves. We are not able to get rid of that. So knowing our shortcomings, knowing our mistakes, we start thinking higher. This idea is not new. These ideas are there in our literature. There is a beautiful song we sing sometimes, Bengali song it is, that there are two people who stay within you. One is a good person, one is a not good person. You be in the company of that good person, not the bad person. They are part of us. Both are in us. দেহের মধ্যে সুজন পূজন তার ঘরেতে ঘর করেছি. In my body there are two people, good and bad. Let me stay with the good person. Let me help the good person. Don't keep on feeling that bad person. All of us have this experience in us. We have lower tendencies, we have higher tendencies. There are animal tendencies, there are human tendencies, there are godly tendencies. Not godlike, but godly tendencies, positive things. And the lower tendencies survive feed them. You stop feeding, lower tendency will lose its power. But we keep on feeding them. While feeding, we get happiness. One Swami used to tell, Maya is that which is harmful is very sweet. That which is a bondage, we get happiness out of it. So we do not come out of that bondage because bondage is happiness. It gives a bad result. But because of that small happiness, we are ready to incur so much for it. The other day I was talking to someone. We should be practical. We cannot simply say one idealistic and people say, what you are talking about? The whole world is a fool, is it? There is so much happiness in that. See, happiness is there. Who says no? But you need to think how much price you are going to pay for it. And if you pay so much price for it, then think whether that happiness is worth of it or not. So much you give to get that happiness. There was a great saint called Ramakrishna before Sri Ramakrishna. He has written a song which means, "Oh Mother, make me your accountant so that I can keep tallying the account of my bad karmas and good karmas. How much I am doing good. Dema Amaito Vidyari. Mother, make me your accountant." And he was working as an accountant, and the year was over. His honor says, "So Ramakrishna, show me the account." He opened the book, every page only devotional songs are written. No account is written there. So the honor at that time was a very pious man. So he said, "No, I will give you the salary, but you keep on writing your devotional songs." So we need to be aware about this. Taking account of what we are, taking account of what I want, taking account of what is my ultimate goal. So, we don't need to continuously harbor on our negativities. We have negativities. Yes, we are human beings. We are not gods. Even gods, small g, has a lot of negativities. What is positive and negative is relative. Many times we are enthusiastic about something. Later on we come to know, I should not have done that. But you already have done. In our practical life, there is no control Z is not there. Nothing to undo. That you did, finish. Man is very smart. Maybe I knew later on. But you sent a WhatsApp message, up to certain extent, up to certain time, you have a capacity to delete it, not only from you, but to whom you have sent in his or her mobile phone also message will be deleted. I didn't know, came much later. Maybe it is when you update it, all these facilities comes in. But just up to certain extent. Earlier we used to give this example. Karma done is like message sent. You can't delete it, but now you can, Swami, you can delete it. But it's for a short time. Permanently you cannot. Once you send the message, I don't know what is the rule, but anyway. So many times it happens, but we cannot undo it. And then we suffer, then we repent, But by our repenting, the mistake done is done. No need to tell always yourself, oh, you have done a mistake, you have done a mistake. No. Take a next higher standpoint. Hold on to that. Don't keep on feeling this lower ideas, if you consider that as a lower, of course. But we keep on feeling it. And then we say, I'm not able to come out of that. I don't know how much. India is a huge country, so all these examples and things are there. Those who take a lot of sugar, children, literally, there are big worms in their stomach. Really big worms. I've seen that. When they pass motion, he is passing motion with so many worms. Then you have to take medicine to clear the system. By this example I gave. We don't understand. So, taking care of the intake. What food you take, your body will be made of that. So idea is this, that by keep on thinking your negativities, you are not able to reduce it. That which is done, you cannot undo it. So the only way is, take a better, higher standpoint, start working on that, and don't keep on feeling this negative aspect of yours. It is something like, if doctor says that you have a high sugar, you should not be taking sweets. So what you do, stop feeding your body with those sweets. That is the only way. You keep on taking sweets and then keep on taking medicine. Both doesn't go that well. So we need to be conscious about it. Willpower so much is required to be not affected by our own negative actions which we have taken in our life. But Swami says no. Don't keep on thinking about it. Think something higher, better. Don't worry about that. Worry about that means don't keep on doing that. No. Stop feeding. There's an English I forget. To feed that dog or something is there. Don't feed that dog. But you keep on feeding the dog, then the dog has a lot of energy. In the same way, within us there is negativity. We keep on feeling it. Think that I have a bad habit. In my balanced state of mind, I understand. This is anti-progress. This is a not good habit. It is harming you. But when again you succumb to it, and then succumbing to it is feeding to it. We keep on feeding the mind. That's why statements in the scriptures are very sharp. Vishava tyaja. You renounce it as you will renounce poison. If you come to know in this there is poison, you say, okay, I will see, later on I will throw it away. No. As soon as you come to know, you throw it, you renounce it. But it is easy to renounce the small things, or gross things maybe, where it is question of renouncing your tendencies. It takes a lot of time. Today you renounce, tomorrow you again succumb to it. Maybe you keep on trying, that fall, let us call it a fall, that which was everyday affair, that becomes weekly affair. It's slowly it becomes a monthly affair, slowly it becomes a yearly affair, slowly it becomes sometimes, then it becomes hardly, then it becomes never. It takes time. But your being conscious and willpower is there. Certain examples are there in our life. People around us also are there. I remember one gentleman who was a chain smoker, continuously smoking. And he used to tell me that earlier time there was a company, I don't know that the cigarette company is still there, in India they call it Capstan. Capstan was a company and it was an aluminium round box. Inside there will be, generally they have 12 cigarettes or something. That used to be a box which is, I think, maybe 50 or something like that. So big aluminum containers will be in these two pockets. And one cigarette finished, with that, no necessity required. Cigarette to cigarette, keep on. And keep on smoking every day. So one day he was not well. I know the gentleman, I met him also a few months before. But this is his younger days when he was in his 40s, 30s and 40s. Doctor told him that you are such a nice man, such a learned man, everybody respects you. This is the only blot where people don't want your company, because you are a smoker. Somehow he was convinced that he should not smoke. So he told me, I came out of the doctor's chambers, there was a dustbin outside, I emptied my pocket and threw away, that day and today, I have never touched cigarette. This is willpower. So, if you come to know this is not good for you, it's not easy. It's not easy. You must have that willpower. Still, relinquishing cigarette, etc. could be still easy. Mind, thoughts, interest. It's difficult, but not impossible. Not impossible. Just stop it. It will torment you, it will demand, because you have made habit to read that, to see that, to hear that, etc. So your body will demand, your mind will demand, your senses will demand. But you will say no. And you spend that time, that money, that energy, whatever, for something better or something higher. Not try to renounce, but you're taking a higher stand, automatically will weaken this lower interests. That's what Swamiji says here. So much so that you don't have time and a scope to think about that lower again. That much you need to be busy in the higher standpoint. Could be reading good books, could be yoga meditation, could be anything. And this is possible, or the importance of the truth behind this, only he or she can understand, who has taken that higher standpoint and not feeding the lower ideas, lower habits. That continuous effort in doing that. I give an example which spontaneously come to my mind. Generally when you are normal, you don't have any big diseases. So in a plate you take rice, and with that there is a side dish, whether curry or dal or sambar or whatever you are eating. When the necessity came that you have to reduce the rice consumption, so you take the side dish more, the vegetables or curries, then put little rice over it. The mind will understand that I am taking rice, but actually rice portion has become 1/4 or maybe lesser than that. This is the idea that so much importance is given to the higher ideas, there is no scope or a time to think about the lower. And slowly that unfed and unnourished lower instinct will not be able to raise the hood. It's a constant practice. Initially, a lot of hard work is required. When you become habituated and normal to spend time for that higher ideas or better ideas or positive ideas, then your mind starts living on that level. Even if the instances come of the earlier lower interest, your mind will not be that much attracted to it because you are not fed. You are not fulfilling is doing the same or thinking about the same object. So your interest slowly will go away. Then the higher thing which you have thought, suddenly you will find there is much higher than this also. Same procedure you do, go to the next step and practicing this because this was positive, but go to the next level and not relinquishing but giving more importance to the higher things than the lower things. So this idea is there. Giving more importance to the higher things is the way to automatically give less importance to the lower things. You know, in our primary school there was a science question. It is easy to walk on a road, but it is difficult to walk on sand. Why? When you walk on the road, you can walk. Same distance you will walk on a seashore. You will see your covering distance has become sometimes less than half. Why? When you walk, what actually you are doing? For example, if I am walking here, actually I am pushing the ground back, correct? Then only I can walk. I am pushing the ground back by my feet, so I am progressing, I am going forward. When you walk on the sand, you want to push the sand back, but sand is sand, it is not hard. So you stand there, your leg goes inside or whatever, you are not able to push it back more. So same way, when you want to progress, always it is not easy road. Many times you put effort but result is less. But your enthusiasm cannot be lesser. With more enthusiasm you go forward. And not keep on feeling the old idea is what is required. But we are human beings. We are not perfect. We may not have that gigantic willpower that I decided this one. I don't even look at it, I don't even touch it, I don't even do it. No. There are very few people in this world who, because of their karma, samskara, grace of God, and their willpower, there is a sudden conversion. There is a sudden change from an ordinary person to a great person. Sudden change. As if it was a covering and he removed the covering and he became great. There is a mirror, a glass. Because it is, dust is there, the reflection doesn't come. As soon as the dust goes away, the same piece of glass which was not that much visible becomes shiny. Suddenly, the dust, the dirt removed, very fast. But the rest of us is keep on cleaning the mirror. It takes years and years and years to clean the mirror of our mind. By doing good work, by thinking good, by reading good, whatever you do should be good, so that the negativities are not felt, the negativities are not practiced. There is an example in our scriptures. There was a king called Yayati, and he wanted to enjoy his life. He had 4 sons. So he told to the eldest son, you give me your life so that I can enjoy more. The son is a devoted son, so he gave his life. The father enjoyed, son passed away. Second son did the same, third son did the same, fourth son did the same. But this experience of enjoying world at the cost of somebody else, that made this king thinking that if I want to put an end to this, is not by keep on feeding this stupid idea, but it is by not feeding it. And the famous shloka is there. Na jatu kama kamanam upabhogena samyati. Desires are not reduced by keep on satisfying the desire. You can't get rid of your desire. Okay, little more I enjoy, maybe I will be satisfied. You are never satisfied. Therefore, Sri Krishna uses the word Mahasano, Kamayesha, Krodayesha, Rajoguna Samudbhava. Mahasano, unquenching hunger. It has nothing to do with your age, eh? No. Person of 60, 70, 80 years old, desires of enjoyment is not reduced. Body is not permitting, is a different thing. But desire is not going. So what is hell? Hell is this, that I have a desire but I don't have a capacity to enjoy. My mind keeps on desiring, but body doesn't. I want to eat something, body cannot digest it. So like this there are all kinds of enjoyments. So this Yayati, the king, this thought came in his mind. Najatu kama kamanam ubhogena samyati. Desires cannot be reduced by satisfying the desire. Havisha Krishna Vatmena Bhuyeva Vivarjate. You want to extinguish the fire, and you say, okay, I will add ghee and extinguish it, or I will put diesel and petrol and extinguish it. No, it will not be. It is the opposite. Water, or ash, or sand, or whatever they use. Then only they can extinguish the fire. So this knowledge that I have to go higher, something is there which pulls me back. These realizations are required. This understanding, what is that which pulls me back? Those things I must renounce. I must cut it off. And then we can go forward. Example is given, Swamiji gives example, that there was a mongoose wants to jump across a wall, but there is a brick which is tied with its tail. It doesn't allow him to jump. The brick which is tied is like desires which we have. We have capacity to go higher, but there is something which pulls us back. It is everybody's individual introspection that what is that which pulls me back? Anything could be. All of us know many things which pulls us back. To introspect what pulls me back, you need to slowly unscrew the tight bondage with those by not feeling those desires or less feeling initially, slowly stopping that feeling. Until you stop it, it will not allow you to go higher. So, very interesting, when we read this line, I was thinking that this is such an important concept of our life that we know that we are not able to progress. We know because of what, but we have no capacity of not feeling this. Because of that, we are not able to progress. So for a progress, self-introspection, self-assessment, not feeling the lower instincts, and put effort in achieving something higher. Actually, if you put all together, that's what makes our spiritual life. Thank you. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Day after tomorrow is birthday of Sri Ramakrishna. The program is there on the notice board. If you have not received, you can take the program, take a picture of that. Morning, 6 o'clock onwards we start, up to 1 o'clock. Then again evening we have bhajans, and morning we have puja, special puja, homa, singing, reading, etc. Evening we have bhajans and a small discourse. Please come. Thank you.
So, I have one question.
Okay, we have little time, not much.
As the whole discussion revolves around that we have to move higher, and sometimes, most of the time, not able to find ourselves incapable. So, is there any process of making our willpower more stronger? Is there any spiritual process or day-to-day life we can do?
I understand that by taking interest in those things and practicing more and more. Practicing more and more, then only you get happiness or result out of it, that yes, this is higher. Till now you have a concept that this is a higher concept. But when you keep on doing a spiritual practice, everything is in a practice. Swamiji says religion is being and becoming, not reading and telling Dhamma. So, spiritual practices are very important. And more we practice, obviously the lower ideas will be left behind. But the enthusiasm of practicing, and then practicing even if you don't get any result, because of your intellectual conviction, you keep on practicing that. Whether I get happiness or not, I will do this because this is what I have decided. Once you decide in a balanced state of your mind, don't change your decision for the temporary happiness kind of thing. That no. Maybe, but this higher better, and I will go for it. So that's the idea.